Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying for Beginners. Today I'd like to show you how to match up duck quill wings. Here we have a pair of wings, and it'd actually be this way. On the duck, you have a right and you have a left. So when you take the quills, I've picked most of these out. When you take the quills, you're going to just cut one out of there, take that quill and take that right out. And we have one from a right side and one from a left side. And when you put these together, they should be basically concave sides together. You can see that the both of them are curved like that. And this is what you want when you want to match up wings for your dry flies. If you want to match up wings for your wet flies, if you want them together, you put them like that, and you can see that they're together. I have a hook set up here, and I'm going to show you how to tie these on. Okay, for the size, this is a size 14 hook. You simply take the feather, you touch the shank with this part of the feather, stick the point through it, and that should be the size of your feather for the size 14. Then you go ahead and do the same with the other side. And you'll have two slips that are the same size. We're going to cut them off. Now we have the two slips. There's the one and there's the second. Now for the dry fly, like I said, you want to put them, you want to have that natural split in there. So I'm going to hold them together, and you can see that natural split in there, and you can also see that natural curve. I'm going to point these forward, and you want that natural curve on the top. We want that wing to be about the length of the hook shank. Going to adjust the size. Going to put the thread up between my fingers. Make a loose loop, pull it straight down. You see that popping up? That's good. And then you want to tighten down as you're going back. Just go a little ways. And then take your scissors and go ahead and cut them off. Put a little bit of an angle on there. And this will help you to get a tapered body. Going to move that thread back to the rear section. I'm going to go ahead and finish this fly up. Going to take this is a furnace hackle. Going to take some of them for the tail. We want them to be just about the length of the hook shank. I'm going to leave just a little piece of the black showing. Put them up higher even. Here we go. We'll tie that down with a couple of wraps. Take your thread and put that underneath. Take my scissors and remove the remainder of that tail. You can wrap that in. Now we can put the body on. I'm going to turn this fly into a ginger quill. So what I'm going to do is take a peacock herl. This is from the strung peacock, and I'm going to remove the herl from it just by using a eraser. Just put that on your table and run the eraser down it. A couple of wipes and you can see the eraser is covered with that fuzz, if you will. And there it is. The rest of that really sticks to it. Comes off very easily though. I'm going to take this, I'm going to tie this in. Actually, I'm going to shorten this even more. This is about 6 inches. I'm going to shorten it even a little more to get to a nice heavy part of the herl. Take that and tie that in. And bring that thread up to just behind the wing. I see a part of that wing is broke there. Before I wrap this stem, I'm going to put a little bit of head cement on the shank. Then we're going to take it and we're going to wrap it forward. And that head cement will dry and get that in there rock solid for you. Bring that right up, and then we're going to tie that off. Go ahead and break off that excess. I'm going to take that wing, bring that thread right up to the base of the wing. I'm going to take that wing and stand it up and put wraps right in front of it. I'm almost brushing the wing itself. Kind of build up a little bit on the front there. Stand that up, you got a nice divided wing there. Bring that thread to the rear one more time. Now I'm going to take another furnace hackle. I'm going to take the ends and I'm going to stand them up. And I'm going to, instead of stripping them off, I'm going to trim them. Give it that little haircut there. I'm going to tie this in with the concave side to the shank, or away from me, and I'm going to tie it right between the wings, and that will help to separate the wings a little more. But you see the crew cut part here, you want to leave a couple of those barbels not tied in. And I'm going to pull those wings back and get that stem in front. Wrap that in. Now the reason I left that little piece of bare shank or stem there, our first turn, there's no barbels shooting off towards the rear. And when it starts to wrap, they're going to be at a nice 90 degree. We got two. We're going to get three in back of it. You don't want to move those wings too much. Stand that one back up. Now when I'm going to the front, I'm going to hold the wings. I'm going to brush that hackle right against that front section of the wing. And take that and put several more wraps on there. You want to stop on there about a half an eye length to an eye length from the eye of the hook for a proper proportional size head. Put several wraps, and then we're going to trim this off. I'm going to use my scissors on this because I can see there's a lot of hackle sticking forward. Now I'm just going to clean up the head and form the head. Then I can take my whip finish finish that off. Clean off my brush very well, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of head cement on the head there. And if you happen to get head cement inside the eye of your hook, just take a piece of hackle, the same hackle I just wrapped, stick that in the eye and go ahead and pull that through, and that will clean it right out. Here we have a ginger quill, but the purpose of the video is more to show you how to match the right and the left sides of the duck quill. Take one off the right feather, one of the quills, and one off the left feather. And one more time quickly. We got a right feather and a left feather. And you just match them up. It's like that. For the size, you touch the material, you touch the quill section to the shank and pierce it with the point of the hook, and that's the right size, or the right width of the feather. So I hope that you learned something from this video. I hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends, leave comments, questions, suggestions, and most of all, I thank you very much for watching my videos.